We're playing Minecraft video games. Okay. Oh, this was a very start. I was not prepared for it. Here we go. Whoa. Mega lag. Okay, well, best defense I think I've ever built. Um, right now I always have a little bit of a lag at the start of the game. It's super annoying. I don't know what Hypixel has been doing there. We've got blue. Wait, in blue. What the hell? The cat is trying to trash the place. The cat is doing crazy stuff. Wait, where's this went? Oh no. Pink sniped. Where do I start? Where's you wanna go? I hope he doesn't realize. Okay, wow, he didn't realize that it wasn't fully covered. Frost, welcome. I'm asking myself the same thing. I don't remember your name like at all. Do you want to check how long you've been followed for so we can work it out? I think you can do ! follow age. And that's probably gonna be 2 months. Okay. I assumed like many years. Like so many years that you wouldn't even remember anymore. But 2 months is crazy. Maybe accidental follow. 2 months, nearly 4 is crazy. Yeah, so blue has 10 FKDR. I think I'll go for a little bit of a safer purchase here. Used to play BedWars. Recently, the past like week, I've been super interested in Skyblock ever since the newest version Skyblock released, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I used to clown on people for playing Skyblock, but I'm going to try Skyblock tomorrow. I was going for damage tick, he was going for the block placement, since he's a low ping and made sense for him. Oh god. I'm at 105 ping, roughly. Okay, I hope he voided a while ago, otherwise our bit is gone. He didn't void, like in general. 100 ping is like super fine. Anything up to like 200 ping is even still playable with. You just need to know how to play the video game. Like each ping range makes you have to adapt differently to the game. It's a very high skill level, obviously. It's a very high skill requirement. Like, it's super possible if you just invest some time and effort into it. Here we go. Obviously, there are gonna be like slight benefits to having a lower ping, but it's fine, you're gonna survive. Just get better teammates in. All I hear are excuses. I could sleep much better if I had my teammates still online. Yeah, but not really. Welcome, welcome. I was looking forward to seeing you again. I have to admit. I almost didn't stream today because it actually wasn't too good of a timing today. Was a little difficult. I had to work some stuff out. But I was like, nah, I have to stream again. I have to stream again to keep here, but not really. Otherwise, they're gonna forget about me immediately again. Wait, what did I purchase that I have 3 left? Did I get sharp? Yeah, they are aware. But I hope I never see them again. I mean, usually our first game is a loss. I don't think it's a huge deal. We'll see. Lol. My girlfriend just saw someone on the street with a tinfoil head. That is what she just texted me. Lol. Also, yeah, I have to answer the door. My girlfriend forgot to take a key with her, and she's gonna be back in like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something, so... I am hoping my clutch isn't gonna take too long, otherwise, let's go. Cheers. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Whew. Okay. God, yeah, no. Okay, he's leaving. Things I have to go answer the other door as well, so I probably have to leave again in just a second here. So I am going to go up here. And encase myself. Oh, I have more blocks than I anticipated. Okay, he thinks I'm gonna go invis. That is in fact not what I'll do. God, please don't come up here. Yeah, well, I'll be dead. I have to go answer the door now. I'm alive, Capsule, welcome. Did I see what did happen? I didn't see anything. Okay. Luckily, they suspected me of trying to go invis this way. That's quite sad. Okay. New day, new war. Nah, I didn't see any of that. Ever since I stopped using Twitter, I haven't seen any news at all anymore. I use Twitter, and like 90% of what you see on there is just false news. Every single day, I would see Iran started war, USA started war, all of that, which I knew, okay, this is fake news, so I would just look it up in actual media, and turns out most of the time it was just a hoax. But that would lead to me actually checking out media, because I would see, oh, okay, someone on Twitter posted this is most likely a lie. And then I would go to news sites and news outlets and check for actual news. So this way, I actually got some... This way, I actually got my daily dose of news coverage, which I really liked. Even negative news. You say news suck? I think news are pretty cool. Oh, here we go. Trump started attacks on Iran. Ah, how sad. Alright. Hey, my main news source is YouTube homepage memes for... What comes as you see? For your information, yeah, the US of A has started a war against Iran, it looks like. Finally, I was waiting for that. I don't think it's good, but I was waiting for it. I was just waiting for the day it would happen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Pretty sad. Yeah, Trump was like, I'm the peace president. I won't start wars. And then he goes ahead and starts like 8 wars in the first 100 days or something. And then he does a bunch of messed up stuff. You didn't miss anything. I'm sadly legally not allowed to talk about politics anymore because I just keep making fun of the poor Americans and they don't like that. My NSA agent has texted me. They sent me an email and they were like, yo dude, you have to stop making fun of us Americans. We're all crying in here in the NSA headquarters. So I was like, Michael, I got you. I got you. What do your kids want to have for Christmas, by the way? I'm already preparing for Christmas. And then I left him. And then he was still sad, because he was unsure if I actually meant it. But Michael, I mean it. I'm not gonna make fun of you poor Americans anyway. It's not good for the stream anyway. People don't like politics. Okay, he just thinks I can't go there. Interesting. He starts war to prevent nuclear wars. Yeah, right. Like the Americans always did. To prevent people from using weapons of mass destruction. And then afterwards they were like, actually, the whole weapons of mass destruction, we just made that up. We just wanted oil. As always. Whatever. Poor Americans. Let's not make fun of them. They're not very smart. You shouldn't make fun of people who aren't very smart because, you know, just like the paralyzed people, you wouldn't make fun of paralyzed people for not being able to walk. It's Americans. Yeah, see, poor here, but not really. Poor guy. They're all crying over there. Enough Americans, no more Americans. Like, as in, no more making fun of Americans. We can't do that here. I've been told off. I'm not allowed to do it anymore. Oh, true, green is the team to go for. I forgot about that. I wish I had a fireball. Sad. At least I bet it's gonna be safe. Hello. How did he gain back all of his health, by the way? Wasn't he on like 2 to 4 hearts? All of a sudden he's on full health again? I didn't hear any gap. Interesting. I guess I must be oh no, not gonna say that word. Dude, it's crazy. Back when I was still a kid in school, we would say all the words. We would say straight out just the N-word, hard R. We would drop that. I don't think I personally did, but like all my classmates did. To be fair, back then I was probably the most racist, but I didn't say the N-word. I was a secret racist. Nowadays, not racist at all anymore. It's a great thing. Because racists are usually pretty stupid. I didn't ask for the state of the country. I can't even vote yet. I have no say in anything. Oh yeah. That's pretty much how I consume news as well. Horror and slight fascination. And I have to admit, I'm always like, come on, next escalation, please. Just because it's entertaining to read. Obviously for you, as someone who actually has to live in that country. Poor guy, poor guy. I wouldn't want to change with you. Like, I wouldn't want to swap places with you. Dig your own grave challenge. And I've mentioned it a couple times. I used to be a very terrible human. But I've changed. It's been like, dude, I'm 23 years of age right now. Last year of my life where I was like racist was when I was 16, 17. Dude, it's been so long. It's been so long. I've moved on, and yeah, that's all I can say. I was stupid. It's too late to say 6-7. Nice, we're still in. Wait, actually, let's bring them over there. Within 5 times. No! Oh, the SVGC has lied to me. Looking around yourself and witnessing your environment to collect information is actually a terrible thing. Never gonna do that again. You have to pay for every look around yourself with diamonds, even if you don't have diamonds in your inventory. It costs diamonds. It's sad. It's very sad. Okay, now I thought there was a green guy behind me. Yay! Oh, dude, let's not start with that, as we just see. Let us not get into that, bro. Now you're starting with your crazy theories again. Usually what I do is like something like this. And that works out pretty well. But like, I still need some exercise, you know? I know that you're supposed to walk differently, obviously, because as your mouse faces a different way, you're gonna automatically move slightly different. But like, I need a little bit more practice and I'll be fine. Thank you for your advice. So, thank you. Hey, nice. Ah, yes. You paid for it. Dude. It's so sad that recently I haven't seen you too often in chat anymore. Like, I feel like at least once a stream I see you for like one message and then you disappear again. But I can tell you this one thing, dude. You are probably the most entertaining person. I've said it in the past and I'll say it again. It's crazy. I could just hand you over the microphone and you would do all the commentary and it would be so much more interesting. You know, I don't think you watch more than I think. Like, all I mean is you don't text too much, because what I think is that you see every single stream from start to finish, and then you check out all the streams on the VOD channel again and watch them again. So I feel like you have a 200% watch rate. So I'm pretty sure you don't watch more than I think. I think you watch maybe even less than I think. But yeah, yeah, makes sense, as that is a thing that happens. Whenever you're in any of my videos, I get Discord messages of people saying, "What the hell did your teammate say?" Like, within the entire video. Nobody understands you. Including me. At first, when we started being in VC, I also didn't understand you. Like, after 3 or 4 times of us being in VC, I started understanding you. I feel like you gotta get used to an accent before you start understanding. You gotta go through a lot of yeah, before you actually start being able to talk to people. 70 is, it's so funny. I don't know why 70 hates you so much. But 70, I feel like every single time you were in one of my videos, 70 was like, nobody understands this guy. Nah. I don't remember if that was actually the case, but at least once he texted me saying that he doesn't understand anything you say. Lol, yeah, true! It's all because of... Oh, dude. That's so smart. It's a private method. Even your speech is a private method. That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh yeah, okay, makes sense. But then he should really be able to understand you if he's talking to Italians in general. Then it was probably just, I don't know, slander. Here we go. Here we go. I don't... Nah, I probably don't want to get into that. I'm just gonna not talk about that. But what I am going to talk about is, I have today downloaded a Skyblock texture pack. And I'm very hyped to see what it's gonna be like. Whoa, is this a Devastator bow? Okay, the Devastator bow must be in rotation. quite admit with the devastator bow. Is that how you spell it? Devastator. I said devastator. Okay, I was close. Yeah, you are dead. The white people are not good at the video game, which makes me more chill about their usage of the devastator bow. I think psychologically it's a thing that people don't like being criticized and don't like critically challenging their own beliefs and their own groups that they're a part of. I think that that is a thing. I'm pretty sure. I didn't study psychology. But my cousin is studying psychology, so I guess by proxy I'm also smart now. I think that's a thing, and I've noticed it inside of myself as well. Like, when I feel very bad mentally, and then someone, for example, gives me advice on how to play better or something, I just don't want to hear that in the moment. And I've had at least 1 or 2 times where I'm like, nah. Like, in my head I know the person is saying the right thing, but I don't feel like admitting to it, and I just look for random things so I don't have to admit that I'm wrong. That is a thing I do. I have noticed, but I feel like it's rare. Like, people that I... Okay, Devastator bow guy down. He didn't take any KB, but it's okay, okay. To explain that, he had a bow that takes half of your health on impact, like with 1 hit, so it's pretty good that he's dead. Dash marker bow. What I'm trying to say here is, fast challenge game. Other people around me, I feel like, are much more impacted than me when it comes to this. Maybe that's just, maybe I don't see this clearly because obviously I have a little bit of my own perspective here and that's not super reliable. At least that's what I feel like. It's usually when, for example, my political beliefs are challenged. Then I think about my political beliefs, we talk about sources, we work out stuff, and then in the end, oftentimes it leads to myself changing or slightly altering my frame of I don't know, frame of information, frame of mind, whatever it's called. My my ideology, maybe. But I rarely see that in other people. That's weird. Like, it makes sense psychologically, but it's weird that I would see that more inside of myself than in other people. And I actually feel like that is not just a me problem that I think, oh yeah, I'm just better than other people, but I actually think that's like a thing. I don't know if it's bold to assume that, and there's definitely a little bit of a thought in the back of my head that this could just be like a POV issue. I feel like it's a thing. Oh, that was a 9! I was about to say that was a perfect block off. He can't do anything, and then his teammate fireballs me off the map. I agree to your statement, Zaz. I agree to that. But also, like, I have frequent arguments with random people, or with just people. I'm not gonna disclose. Just people from my daily life. I have frequent arguments. And, like, obviously I feel the emotions, but even if I clearly feel that an emotion is telling me to believe this one thing, for example, in an argument, then if I don't consider it to be rationally correct, then I just overgo my emotion. And like sometimes I feel it burning inside of my chest. Sometimes I literally have a burning feeling inside of my chest that this is wrong. But I'm like, that's just an emotion. An emotion isn't comparable with the actual truth, with actual data, with what I actually believe rationally. So oftentimes I argument against my own emotions. Like my body and my emotions tell me, no, this is wrong, please believe this, and I'm like, well, but the data doesn't support that. And I wonder if other people do that, and to what extent they do it. Like, one thing I also did, for example, sometimes you have arguments for fun, you know? You don't have arguments because you want to, I don't know, like, for example, political debates or something. Every side wants to, you know, have the other side join their side or something. But sometimes you just have those arguments for fun, or at least I do. And then one thing I have done once is I have recorded myself doing that argument, and then together with the person I argumented against with, in theory, we sat together, listened back to the argument, and we could clearly tell that even though sometimes my emotions told me otherwise, I still decided against that and instead went for a rational thing to argument for. So, I don't know if I'm just, in that regard, a little different. Dude, I'm so happy we killed these people that were about to play Sabi. I would say it's a spectrum, and I'm tending towards the spectrum of rationality against own emotions a little more than the average person, is what my assumption is. But I wouldn't want to make it a hard fact statement, because obviously I've got no way to just prove that. But that is what my feelings tend towards, my gut feeling tends towards that. Now ZazVGC is saying, it's a bit complicated because sad emotions should probably push you to reconsider the issue, but also in a perfect world it doesn't matter. But then again, we are in perfect truth seeking and finding machines. Yeah, that's like, that is something I do whenever I talk about certain topics as well, like for example political topics or all sorts of different topics. I don't know if I necessarily do it when it comes to YouTube or BedWars or something, but when it comes to actual real world topics that matter, that is also something I do. That even if I'm very, very certain about something, I am always in the back of my head very, very aware that it could be wrong. Like, no matter how certain I am about something, I'm always like, yeah, okay, but it could very well just be that for some reason it's wrong. Because I have seen it throughout my life. So often I have seen it that I was 100% sure about something, and then it turned out to be wrong. And that teaches me, no matter how sure you are, there's always this little chance that you're just not right. So I always have that back exit in the back of my head. So once I see, oh, okay, this appears to actually be different from what I thought it would be, I'm always open to be like, yeah, okay, I guess I've been wrong. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Goodbye. Get flawless on the bridge. Whatever, it's an interesting topic. It's a very fascinating thing. It's a very cool thing to think about. And in theory, I like those sorts of debates, but like, there are some people that I don't like to do this with, like people who get overly emotional, who start actually getting angry or something when you challenge their beliefs. That makes it a little, you know, less interesting to have that sort of debate with them. It just isn't as fun. I don't know. Some people I've seen in the debating space, I'm not gonna act as if I'm part of some debating space here, but in the culture of debating, I've seen people who are like, a real debate starts when there's a certain amount of decibels reached. But I have to admit, I'm like the complete opposite. Even when I'm in a very, very, in theory, heated argument where there should be a lot of emotion, I am like, I don't know, I look like a sociopath. Because even if I'm super angry, I'm just quiet, laid back, I don't get loud, and I try to be as rational as I possibly can. Like, even if I'm in a very heated argument and I'm like furious and it's not an argument for fun, then you can see me switching the thing I say in between the argument like every 10 minutes. because it's like, yeah, okay, I see this, and what you say makes sense in this regard, and this alters my belief in that regard, and stuff like that. Like, I feel like I'm a very nice person to be angry against. Because if you say something that makes sense and that I rationally accept as being true, then I'm immediately just gonna join you. But then again, there's another problem, super interesting as well. If I accept it as true, there's a whole nother thing. For example, if I read something, if I find a source that arguments for something I already believe in, and it's a credible source in my opinion, then I read that source, maybe I read a second source, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess that's it. Okay, I keep believing this. But if someone says something like, I don't know, something that it goes against my beliefs, then I'm going to make sure to check at least 3 different sources and then, I don't know, read some more on it. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess you're right. Like, that just goes to picture that that is clearly something I do more checkup and do more research on stuff that I don't believe in. So that's definitely a fact I have in the back of my head as well. I don't know, it's very interesting. There are many facets to it. I could talk about it a lot. Welcome back from lunch. I was afraid you got scared away because we were making fun of poor Americans too much. Nah, that's not what I actually thought. But I actually thought you, I don't know, you disappeared for some reason. Julian, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Also, that is a super cool word, epistemology. If gonna be completely easier, gonna be completely real here. I've never seen that word. Make fun of us all you want. Nah, it's not good. I can't keep making fun of the poor Americans. I personally, let's be real here for a second. I personally, the reason for why I don't like doing it is, I feel like it impacts the stream towards a direction that I don't personally enjoy. Like, the optimal way the stream should go is lighthearted, we have fun, and it's just an entertaining thing, you know? But once you start talking about politics and start, I don't know, getting yourself worked up or something, it immediately drags down the stream's entertainment value for me. And I personally also don't like the mood I get into. I'm like in a worse mood and stuff. I don't know, I don't like that. So that's the reason why I don't usually want to do it. It's addictive. It's very addictive. Whenever the topic happens, I can feel it inside of me that I want to make fun of them. But like, it's not good for my mood. It's not good for the stream. That's just not the stream I want. I gotta study law for my test on Monday. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I hope you are going to perform well. It's a study of how you can know stuff with. Oh, okay. That is literally the thing I was looking for the past like 10 years. Not even kidding. In the back of my head, I was always like, yeah, but how can we sure we know this? Where, at which point can I assume that this is actually true? This whole thing I've been fascinated with for literal years. And I was always wondering if there's some way to tell, but I have to admit I never did any research towards it to find out, but it was always something that lingered in my mind. Did someone text me on Discord to remind me of that word? That would be very nice. Annoying. We can't. Oh, okay. Nothing happened yet. Nothing happened yet. Don't worry about it. Philosophy in general is a super interesting topic. I even considered studying philosophy myself, like outside of the university, just a self-study. I was planning to work together with a university without actually having to be part of the university and like going for any degree necessarily, just because I was genuinely interested in the knowledge. But I don't really have the time currently. And there was also economy and psychology in that, which I also wanted to study basically as side topics. I don't know what it's professionally called. But I will probably alter that slightly because I think that is something I got inspired by Zaz actually. I think there are a lot of very important topics in my daily life. For example, working out or economy should be a very important topic. And I think my top priority should be to understand those topics. I really think if I spend my time studying something on my own, then it should be topics like that, that actually like I can benefit off of in my daily life, you know? Ah, dude. Ray sniping yellow. I don't know why teammate randomly decided to give our bed to yellow. It doesn't really make sense. Oh wow, this is bad. I really don't want to get beaten by a stream sniper, but now I've got myself into a bad position. Well, we'll do one thing real quick. How did I spell sniper? I don't remember that. Thank you, Zaz. As I've mentioned time and time again, stream sniping is bannable. So I am going to see if you are somewhere where I can ban you, and then I will do that. I look for people's names in the... Consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself lucky. Oh wait, this is not the person I wanted to speak. Here we go. Here we go. So here we go. Yeah, I don't know. Many interesting topics. I have to go to work in 1.5 hours, roughly 1.5 hours, little less than 1.5 hours. And we are still going to be streaming for like 50 minutes. So I will get to finish the stream, then I will edit the stream highlights a little. And then that's it. Then I have to go to work. Dude, yesterday work was so exhausting, like today night. I don't even know why. Don't try to, like, I can't tell. I don't know why it was so exhausting. It was crazy exhausting for some reason. Not tell you why. Yeah, you're just supposed to see the hand cam. I don't want to expose teammates' position to the stream sniper. Oh, the rehab, and I say no, no, no. Would you rather have an army of raccoons trained to use swords or an army of Canadian geese? Probably the raccoons. I feel like those are more destructive. Thing is, what would I need an army for? What would I... Today, by the way, I consider... Oh, you can't see me. Today I considered going with the face cam again. I have... Oh, you died. I have considered going with a little bit of face cam again. The thing is, I like streaming with a face cam, but I feel like especially for this sweaty content, hand cam makes more sense. And I just have one 4K cam, one high quality good camera. So I can't install a face cam and a hand cam at the same time. So if I want to switch between face and hand cam, I always have to completely disassemble my entire cam setup and reassemble it, which is a bunch of work. And if I go for the face cam, then I always have to make sure that I wear clothing, which I wear clothing, don't worry about that. But like, I look somewhat okay. I have a cleaned up background and all of that. So I can't always, like, with the hand cam, I can stream at all time without having to worry about what I look like or what the background looks like, you know? It's, I don't know. The answer is map dependent, but air superiority is so good you can't ignore that. Ooh, that's a thing. Didn't even think of that. Ah, 3,828, by the way, very good looking. Dude, by the way, my workout today, whoa! My workout today was one of the best workouts I've had. I don't think I did anything that I would usually do, but I did actually know. Actually, the angle on my back workout for some exercises was different. Which I think I could feel myself hitting the back much better with this angle. So that was good. Orange, welcome. The teammate is Gamemode. Gamemode is the teammate. So that was the first great thing. And the second great thing was I wanted to save time because, as I said, my schedule was a little cramped. And in order to save time, I decided to take shorter break times. For isolative exercises, isolations, you know, Giant Panda, welcome. For isolation exercises, I usually go for like 60 seconds. And today I went for 30 seconds to save some time, which is fine because in those exercises, I am going towards changing the weight to be higher anyway right now. So I currently don't train to failure 90% of the time in those exercises, which makes it okay to have a little bit of a... You want to be do-yer very badly, don't you? So it is fine to kind of go for a little bit of a lower, rest time here. At least for me, I'm not giving general advice. I'm not an exercise scientist, from what I have figured. And I think the combination of those two things, dude, hey, back and shoulder workout was amazing. I can tell you this. You don't know who Do-yer is? Do-yer is, if SassVGC isn't asked, because I'm pretty sure he is going to say something against that, but I think by most people, Do-yer is considered to be the highest skill BedWars player at the moment. He also has a YouTube channel with like 150k subs because he's so skilled. This texture pack I use is his 140k texture pack. So yeah, that's Do-yer. And this person has pretty much that name. And is trying to place blocks, but for some reason he's moving in slow motion, so it's not very effective. But my 8 emeralds. And he's the owner of Rank BedWars. Oop. The block placement. Aqua's still alive. That's not as optimal as it could be. Like, usually with this teammate, my strategy is he pressures the good team, I take out the bad team, so we don't have a bad team taking up all the resources and stuff. No. Doesn't matter. Wait, is that my bed quest? I have a gap. So, boop boop. Slash marker. Take it. You don't even need to interact with rank to know him. I think the best way to know him is just to, I don't know, watch BedWars YouTube. He's, I think, the biggest BedWars YouTuber at the moment. Love song, I'll be sick. I still remember the way I got to learn about him. Back then he had like, I don't know, 4,000 subscribers or something. I kept saying that Luvenox is the best BedWars player, probably. And then 70, lol you fell. And then 70 texted me on Discord, my thumbnail maker. And he was like, take a look at this clip, because he kept screaming at me, no, Duya is the best, no, he's the best BedWars player. And then he sent me a clip on Discord and I was like, oh, yeah, that guy might be the best BedWars player. Okay. Yeah. And I looked him up on YouTube and, yeah. 1.16 speedrunning is very cool and fascinating, and I have to admit, if at some point I don't play BedWars anymore, I could see myself doing, I have said it a couple times, I could see myself doing speedruns instead. I could really see it, because it's also Minecraft, it's competitive, it is mechanically hard to do, you know, mechanically challenging. I could see myself doing that. That's definitely a career path I see. And yes, I miss Luvenox videos as well. Dude, those videos, some of my absolute favorite BedWars videos. And I was so sad. Like, okay, he staged some stuff, who cares? Just keep making videos, dude. It's, I don't know, in my opinion, that's what I always said about Luvenox. You would think everybody likes money. Maybe I just like money more than the average person. But if I was Luvenox, would I not keep producing YouTube videos just for money? Like, no way someone wakes up one day and is like, well, I have a huge YouTube channel that could have me be a full-time content creator and have, like, above average income. I'm not gonna use it. Who cares, honestly? I can just do normal people's stuff. What the hell? I can work a normal job, it's fine. Who thinks that, huh? Speedrunning takes infinite IQ. Okay, well, never mind. Not gonna be a speedrunner. Speedrunning is so fun, my personal best is around an hour. Wow. I have to make a statement here. I have to admit something. Are you ready for it? I have never legitimately beaten the game. I don't think I've done it. I have played a lot of survival in my life, but I have never actually beat the game without using creative or some sort of cheats. Maybe that is something to do on stream at some point. Maybe at the start of my speedrunning career, it's gonna be my first time beating Minecraft legit. Could be. Oh, frick. I hate this. Nice handcam, by the way. Basically, okay, so my main monitor that I play BedWars on has a monitor stand, obviously. I think that makes sense. And this monitor stand consists of... Goodbye. The monitor stand is basically, let me show you. It is a long stick that goes like up, and on that stick there's a monitor mounted facing towards me, you know? And that long stick is about, like, the stick ends, the very highest part of the stick ends around the same height where the top of the monitor ends, the way I have placed it. And you can use the stick to adjust the monitor to be much higher, but I don't do that. And on that stick, I have placed the clamp for a camera stand. The clamp that you are supposed to clamp on your table, which is just normal screw clamp with two elements going towards each other. That clamp I have clamped onto that stick from the monitor, which doesn't work very well. Like, it's not a stable construction. And the camera stand itself is like straight, and then it curves 90 degrees in one direction. So I have laid it onto the monitor, like the monitor itself, the top of the monitor, acts as a support for that camera stand. The camera stand is also clamped to the stick behind the monitor that holds the monitor. And then it comes towards me, makes a 90-degree turn towards the left side. And yeah, at the end of that, it's just my camera facing downwards. I spent a while on that construction. Yeah. I've tried many different things over the years. You could probably purchase expensive equipment, but I have to admit, it wasn't because I didn't want to spend the money, it was just because I was too stupid to find that equipment. Like, it's, I don't know, I'm not a very smart human being, so I was like, well, I'm not smart enough to organize equipment that could do this in a normal way, so I'm just gonna work myself around it. Where are they? Wow. I must have... Ah, goddamn Himmel! Oh my god. I have to stall this guy a little. Frick! I wanted to stall this guy to get his emeralds, but I didn't know he would just ignore me and go for a bed. Please, teammate, go for a water buck. Ah, good. Okay, water. Yeah! All of this almost didn't happen because I was like, dude, it looks so ugly that my keyboard is tilted slightly in the camera. But I have to admit, it's fine. If I watch old clips from my old keyboard, which was straight within the camera, I have to admit I prefer this one nowadays. Like, this is a thing I prefer now. The tilted version. Mm. Okay, got him. I also died, but it doesn't matter. We got him. He was a dangerous person, too dangerous to be kept alive. Yeah, the problem is when I changed keyboard, I changed to a rapid trigger keyboard, which basically means that if I just slightly tap my keys, it immediately happens. The input immediately happens. You don't have to actually press the key down, but you just have to slightly tap it, which is good, which is very good for what I do here. But that also makes it so if I have it straight, then I have to move my hand weirdly. And since my hand is moved weirdly, like angled weirdly, I keep misclicking accidentally by just accidentally slightly tapping this key or slightly tapping that key. So I just couldn't play like that. So I had to sadly build it, which is, it turned out to not be a sadly thing because it's, or a sad thing, because it's, I actually prefer it this way now. Okay, both of these teams are still alive. Both of them are not very good. Let's make a little bit of an diamond stash. There's new tech in the form of rapid trigger mice! Ah, okay. I thought they were good for butterfly clicking too. You wanna sue me? Block trapped. All I need to do is kill this guy. Frick. My colleague yesterday at work and today at work is sick right now. If I get sick too because of her and I have to stop workout for like 2 weeks, and I'll be very mad. Not because it's necessarily a bad thing, like, I think 2 weeks is a pretty optimal time frame to get some rest in. You don't even lose any workout progress if you do that, I would say on average, from what my research suggests. But like, working out is also fun. So no, I'm out of blocks, that's why I couldn't. Nee. Soll ich mal meinen Cock in die Kamera halten? Ja. Mach ich aber nicht. Oha. Hast du recht. Yeah, he got block trapped. My Rocket Cone Pro Air broke in like 2 weeks. Ah. My girlfriend has my phone, so if my private account says something in chat that is weird, it's not me. I have both my hands here on my keyboard and mouse. You can see it. I'm just a witch, yeah, true. You're right. Not even a wizard, but actually a witch. I am a female. Many people don't know it. I've got a very female, a very female, what's it called? Very female, I don't know. I've got a very female body form in some parts. If I was to end up deciding that I want to be trans after all, then I probably would have an easy time. Aside from my huge, immense body size, that would probably be annoying. But just from the form, it's good. That's not the stature, it's like the thing where your legs attach. I don't have the name for it right now, dude. What did I go to med school for? I had a .8 in English med school. I had literally the hips, yeah. Dude, I had literally the best grade in English in med school you could physically get in theory in the field of academics. And I don't know the word hips. Yeah. But hips it is. And also just by nature, I've got an incredible rear end, I can tell you that. Dude, my rear end is crazy. I never even worked out my rear end, but still I had an amazing rear end. But then I started working out my rear end. I haven't seen any changes to it yet, but maybe I'll have an even better rear end at some point. Should I start with OnlyFans, and what would you like to see there? Fits our conversation. BedWars private methods, yeah. That is this OnlyFans. It's crazy how often the topic of doing OnlyFans comes up between me and my girlfriend. Like at this point, I wouldn't even be super surprised anymore if it would just happen at some point. Like you can almost be sure once I am famous on the internet, I will use my fame in order to promote my own OnlyFans. You can get ready for that. Gotta make bread somehow, I agree. I mean, one of my former med school classmates also did OnlyFans. He used to be a very, I feel like, socialist person. She used to be always like, oh no, poor people, and you can't talk badly of poor people, and the poor people, rich people shouldn't exist, eat the rich. And she started an OnlyFans, got rich herself, and all of a sudden, she wore Gucci, Prada, she came into class late with an attitude. She had a book in her hand and showed it around the class, like, obviously not on purpose, but, you know, it was on purpose. And the book was like, how to invest money for rich people. I feel like money does change some people. Would money change me? Probably. I would get immensely changed by money, so please donate today. I want to change. I want to change into a worse version of myself. Somehow I have to hold my how to invest my money as a rich person book into the camera. You know? Please. Hand over the clams. Clams is a great word for money. Thank you, Penguin Zero. Thank you, Moist Critical Charlie. I always like the fireball into a block and ladder clutch. That's always a great thing to do. Oh, wait there for Arby! Oh. Good block and ladder clutch, but Arby is more than unfortunate. But I'm gonna make it so teammate can have it. Come on, teammate. I'm defending you. You can do it. I hear block placement sounds so often. What is he? Oh, he's got no pig. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Personal finance is something I want to learn something about. That should be one of the topics I should study for myself. That is what I tried to say earlier. Run away. Yeah, I said, okay, maybe I didn't say that properly, but like, my initial thought was philosophy, psychology, economics. But then I thought to myself, maybe I should focus on other topics that actually benefit me in life. Philosophy just for the fun of it, because I'm very interested in it. And then stuff like personal finance, I don't know what I called it. I think I called it financial or something. And I don't know, working out, more study on that. I already study a lot on that, but not like university study level. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Maybe I did not manage to formulate that too well. Fighting the urge to break my finger because my knuckle won't crack. Understandable. Do we have RB? I don't think we do. I think our bed is literally just gone. Yeah, it's super gone. Whoa, I tapped into my... Luckily he's good. Would be so sad to lose to these people. The thing is, it was obvious he was gonna pass again. And it was super preventable, but I'm way too focused on commentary right now. I'm sorry. Is it too late to say sorry now? Only me. What you got to lose? Make up your mind. Tell me, what are you gonna do? Well, actually, ZaspBGC is a bot from Book Talk. Book Talk I've heard of. Not gonna act like I'm an old man. I've heard of Book Talk. Dude, I've got such an immense problem. I've mentioned this before on stream. I'm gonna mention it again. I've got a big problem with acting dumb. I have to admit. Like, oftentimes, when people talk about topics that I personally consider cringe or just don't like or something, I'm acting as if I've never heard of it. Just to seem cooler or to form an identity in people's minds. But in reality, most of the time I know what they're talking about. Like, I've heard of it, or I've even, like, gained some knowledge myself. But I just act as if I'm stupid. And at some point I was like, maybe I should stop doing that. I don't know, acting stupid might not be the greatest thing to do. For example, I had the urge of acting as if I didn't know what book talk was. Just, it's not even crazy things, it's like stuff like that, just normal things. But I really feel like I should stop that because I think it's just kind of stupid. Some people want to come off as smarter and they act as if they have more knowledge than they actually have. And then there's me, I try to come off as dumber and I act as if I have less knowledge than I actually have. Yeah, okay, am I a smart person? Maybe not. Or maybe I just don't have a huge ego anymore when it comes to that topic of being very knowledgeable. I don't know. I do not. A dog ate my foot, poor guy, man. Recently I've seen this person so often. Safi. They remind me of a former moderator in the stream. They had a very similar name. I'm gonna look up their stats just because I'm interested now. I've seen them so often. They have 12 stars, 18 win streak? What? From how often I've seen them, I would assume them to like have much more than 12 stars. Book talk be crazy sometimes. All of my knowledge, where I know this word from, is from a video about book talk that was talking about something that was going on book talk, but it was very long ago. It was at my old job. When I watched that video, I don't remember exactly what it was about anymore, but I think it was about fetishizing, hockey players or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe now is a good moment to take a toilet break. Toilet break. BRB. Okay, no toilet break. We're gonna take a toilet break after the game. Because my girlfriend's best friend is taking up the toilet. Which is fine. Not to sound ungrateful. I did type a negative number, but then I'd make out the accent. 0 because... Oh yeah, okay. In that case, question taken back. No more of this. We've got minus 1. Sometimes I forget that minus exist. 23. Oh, ich nach dem Spiel. Der SVGC wollte Geld dafür bekommen, aber hat gesagt, das wäre dann zu stressig mit den Steuern. Und jo, und der hier hat geschrieben, er wird nichts bezahlen, weil er ist noch minderjährig. Was kommt nicht raus? Ja, auf jeden Fall. Auf jeden Fall, auf jeden Fall. Auf jeden Fall. My girlfriend was interested in how much y'all would pay, so I reported her. Like, I reported it to her, not I reported her. That sounded like I reported her to the authorities or something. Oh, Q Isaac? Oh yeah, a 1600 star. I've heard of that. I didn't assume them to be using a wood defense, but it would have been cool. And there's like incredibly many nicks. It's crazy. Like what the hell? How many nicks are there in this game? I don't think this is necessarily... Wait, what if I fireball there? 1600 star, by the way. That is not usually the 1600 stars I fight against. God, teammate, please. Yay! They're dead. Okay, and now we have Salty and Liz. Yellow for Nick. No, you saw none of it! Doesn't matter, I'm gonna use, I know it's less cool, but I'm just gonna use replay mod footage. I'm not gonna let that take away my clips. So SBGC, do you see it now? You need to finish that frickin' program. You need to do it. It is so necessary. Yeah, you were supposed to say that. Now I said it myself. You need to finish that. It is so sad. Recently, especially when it's like very, very good clips, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll use replay footage. It's much worse, but like... Dude. To explain what happened, I dropped a TNT. I fireballed the TNT towards the bed defense a little bit. I don't think it actually made a huge difference, but like, in theory, there was a plan. Then I got the bed, and I flawlessed the 1600 star off of it. That's what happened, and you saw none of it. It is so sad. Is this Lelit? Skin? Are you willing to change the hotkey? Because I don't know when I'll be, how to... Yeah, okay. I see. I mean, it could be a secondary hotkey, right? I could literally just have that hotkey on my stream deck, but also have another hotkey that does the same thing on my keyboard that I never use, that's just there to be a little bit of a placeholder for you to have it easier when coding. Doesn't that make sense? Or is that something that's impossible in coding? You can't have two hotkeys for one thing. I feel like that should be possible. But we don't have a trap. I mean, I didn't see a huge chance of us saving this, but... Great work, Red. Wait, let me go here, where I'm visible. He's probably legit. I don't think we need to worry. Okay. If that's a thing. I mean, if it's a thing, you can have two hotkeys. Yeah, everyone hated me that game. I'm being hated on. For me. For me. Every single time this topic comes up, the topic of, whatever. Whatever. All I can say is you better don't give me a button that automatically switches your gender if you press it. There's not a button that should be left unattended next to me. In one room with me. Nico and Kjord are not on the same day. Okay, I don't think anyone here is necessarily to worry about. I feel like we played very well today, but apparently we took many foul deaths. Makes sense, like, we didn't really focus on the game, it's just been a whole commentary session. I wanna show you all the finer things in life. Nein! Och, Mann. I'm gonna run. What the hell? Oh, they've got a one-layer wall defense? Is that really what I see there? Oh yeah, true. I dropped the diamonds into the void on accident. Okay, they're not low. I feel like this might not be the most successful thing. Wait for this guy. Well, teammate is gonna get all the resources now. That reminds me, anytime I hear another language being spoken, I automatically assume my audio processing disorder is acting up, and it takes me a solid minute to realize what I'm hearing isn't English. Oh wow, okay. That's crazy. That is very crazy. Yesterday at work, or like tonight at work, like, this is just roughly connected what you said, but I was looking out the window and I saw a sign that was like somewhat in the distance. You could still very well see what it was and identify the sign. Like it was a sign of some brand. I don't know. I don't even know the name of the brand, but I have seen that sign. It's like some brand. And I thought to myself, like, my mind wandered off, and all of a sudden I had this feeling in my brain of, what if all of a sudden my brain was just not able to identify that anymore now? What if I could see this with my eyes? Like my brain would look at this and be like, what the hell is this? And I felt like crazy that my brain can see that and be like, oh yeah, that's that and that. I can identify this. I don't know, I just had this creeping feeling of, what if my brain was not identifying stuff anymore, like for example this sign. And I could really, I don't know, I could really feel myself into it at that moment. It was crazy. It kind of reminded me of that, but I don't have an actual disorder towards, that I know of, towards this department. Okay, there's no one here. Make sure. Hey, yeah, I think you are right. I think that is true. It's been a while since I've read about this and watched videos about it. Satellites. Wait, is it that you do study psychology, or what's happening there? I've seen you multiple times talking about something that hinted towards that possibility. I think we're gonna go for a different one. Oh wow, I just saw a man with no shirt on. Israel and the US of A are attacking Iran. And what is happening now? I do wonder. Please tell me about it later once I'm in the train. Video saved. This random mix. High school has a psych class. I just really like the class. Oh yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Sadly, we didn't have that. Oh, it's wet. Believer. What the hell? That green guy on the tower. And see the no! Oh, that was pretty good what I did here. Zaz, please! I need your help, dude. This can't keep happening. Remedy TV, give me a prime sub, welcome. Speaking of prime sub, Jamaica Craft isn't here today. Where's Jamaica Craft? Perfect aim, don't question. We bet a foul kill on you saying that? No, I have to... No, what? Yeah, obviously, that's my standard way to greet people who join with a Prime subscription crown. It's like an insider between me and Jamaica Craft. But sadly, he isn't here today. Where are you, Jamaica Craft? Who do you think you are that you're not attending the stream? Look at, here but not really. Look at him. Look at them. They are here. You are not here, Mr. Jamaica Craft. I will think about your punishment. Whoa! Oh wait, I fireballed him off the map with that. Okay, you don't want to fight me? You do want to fight me. Goodbye. The reason I hold on is I need this all gone. Yeah, walking into those boxes is gonna assist you. Oh, we can only do one more game after this. It is so sad. You guys have a wool-only defense, do you? All I want is survive. I want to jump down there. I considered if I could get their bed without wasting my fireball. I want you to stay. Oh, I didn't realize how far I've come. I feel like my chair armrest isn't angled properly anymore, but no, it is. Something about it feels weird. So, where's your friend, by the way? Eh, I don't know what he did. It was weird. Rah! That was another hidden fire. I was about to make fun of this guy. We were walking in the fire, then I walked into the fire myself. No, teammate. No. Okay, good. Wasn't angled properly. Sad. 7 foul kills. Okay. Could have been 9. I think I will not spend my gold. Just to keep it for thank you Zaz for my wallet. Alright, last game. We got 2 stars, amazing stuff. And wow, we got no bets at all. What the hell? How did we get this little bets? Crazy. But last game, sad face. Any bigger? I'm tired. Just get that in 40 minutes I have to leave my house to drive to work for half an hour, to then work 9 hours, to then drive back for half an hour, and then sleep. I definitely feel well enough to do that. Almost got smothered by a dog feeling good. Smothered? Word I don't know, I'm not familiar with. And plus, by the way, I have to walk half of the way because public transports are on strike again. Dude, these freaking if you are a part of the public transports, fuck you, dude. You must already be earning like actual doctor's payment. What the hell? They go on strike like every 2 to 3 months. What is wrong with you? How much money do you need? Not even kidding. If people from now on list the highest paying jobs, they are going to list doctor, politician, mission control at the airport, and public transports driver, because they go on strike every 2 seconds. And nobody can do against it. Nobody can do anything against it but give them more money, because the entire population relies on them doing their job. So they can just be like, ah, do you want to get to your workplace or anywhere? Well, I guess you have to give us even more money. Fucking stupid people. That made it, by the way. This frickin' thing made it. Ah, never mind. I was about to spread misinformation on the internet. When it was very cold, we had actual record-breaking negative temperatures. I had to walk to my night shift. 40 minutes walk to my night shift on ice. Like, I fell multiple times, almost. I almost fell multiple times. I had to walk 40 minutes on ice after 9 hours of a night shift in a frickin' hospital. Because these people... Ah, never mind. I was about to make fun of the people again. It's not their fault. It was the fault of the frickin' record-breaking negative temperatures, because it froze the frickin' public transports and they couldn't move anymore. Okay. In that case, it was not their fault. Otherwise, I would have been very annoyed. Dude. Public transport drivers, when they see that they have to work for 1 entire minute this month, I guess I have to go on strike. I don't get $100,000 per month for 1 minute of work. That is way too much work for this little pay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Both white mid. Both white mid. I feel like I already had this information, but I'm pretty sure I didn't see them in mid. Is it because teammate told me at some point? No. Maybe I am just actually a witch. Maybe you but not really is right. Maybe I am a witch. I really shouldn't be this tired before a night shift. I'm always right? Okay. Give me more examples so I can check that. Lol. You are goofheads. Well, yeah. The truth will come out when it's ready. When it's the time has come, the truth will come out. It will release. And when the time has come, the BedWars update will release as well. I know it. I know it. I still believe. I still trust. That's 7 blocks. Don't hit me. Why do they fall for that? It's 2026. Bye. I wish I didn't need. I'm not looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to 4K. 4K stars is gonna be happy. What am I saying? 4K stars is something I'm looking forward to. It's gonna be amazing. But 3.9K stars is one of the ugliest ones. I hate 3.9K stars. All my homies hate 3.9K stars. Then why are you my clarity? Why? Dude, my shoulders are sore as hell. Oh, I thought I had a fireball. I was ready to fireball jump over this gap. Whoa. That was not fair. Hope we're not gonna... Okay, probably has a bed here. That was to be expected. I want XP. Some more XP to my name. I think Tibet got killed now, actually. I'm going to farm gold. Oh, he fell. Well, probably because I fireball jumped. He wasn't prepared for the gap. I looked up average salary for public transport drivers since we were complaining about the strike. Is 45k a lot? 45k in our economy. What is my... Yeah, that's a lot. That's above average. I can tell you. 45k is above average. Not an immense sum above average, but it's above average. Well, I don't know if it's above average, but it's above median. Which I think is pretty close to the average. No, I don't know. In that case, I am wondering, what the hell was their salary before all of these strikes? Like, did they even get paid in general if they strike 100 times and they still have just above average payment? What did they strike for, huh? Dude. Crazy people. Crazy, crazy people. That's why we stopped seeing so many homeless people. It's because the homeless people used to be the public transport drivers, but now with all their strikes, they fought for actual payment. Making fun of homeless people, always good. Always, always good. Oh, it's so sad that we have to end. Thank thank you for the games. See ya. Alright. My night shift is gonna go accordingly to... Nah, I'm gonna take it back. Please, no. Please. I was about to say, the more luck I have with the doublers, the better my night shift's gonna go, please. Please, no. Please, no. No. I really hope you enjoyed today's stream. If you did so, go ahead and do the following thing. Okay, this is important. Don't leave because the stream is ending now. Now, the most important thing. I see you. One person already left. That is not what we're going to do here. The most important thing of this entire stream is going to happen now. Are you ready for it? It is the following thing. I have a YouTube channel. And on that YouTube channel, I uploaded a video. One of my latest uploads was this video that I will show to you in a second. And on that video, I am incredibly close to 1,000 views. All my other videos recently have had more than 1,000, much more. But this video needs another 25 views. If you want to help me out, and if you really want to make a difference, watch the video that I will give you the link for in a second. Until the end, it's 9 minutes and 5 seconds long. Watch it until the end with sound on. It's my face reveal. And you can help me out a bunch. So if you want to do that, this is the link to that video. Alright, now have yourself a wonderful rest of the day or night, and goodbye. You remembered to watch it, awesome. Did you enjoy it? Let's look for someone to raid. Great channel. Who zoned out? The truly. Wait, I'm not listed in the frick. It's crazy. Usually I'm at the top of the BedWars category. Recently there are people with more viewers than me. Sad. Anyway, we're gonna rate oh super. Start raid. We've got 3 viewers ready in 8 seconds. 5 viewers ready in 4 seconds. That's it. Okay.